Thank you so much for being here with me. I am so happy to be here with you guys, and I am sending you all my love. And I thought with this video I would kind of sort of wanted to end a little bit of the sort of stories that I've been talking about, and kind of one of the last sort of things that I was sort of thinking about with all of this is hope, and hope in your horizons, and the strength in your horizons, having strength within. And I find that, because this is something kind of that I feel like that, you know, happens, that's something I keep always having to fight and for, and I know hope can be an easy thing to kind of, at least for me, I find it can be an easy thing to sort of lose when different things happen, hurtful things happen. Sometimes when we go through our storms, when we're driving through our storms, they can be really exciting and thrilling, and other times they can really hurt. And sometimes in the hurts, that flicker of hope can kind of dwindle. And I know there's been many times where, you know, I have certain expectations, I get my hopes up and expect certain things to happen, or, you know, think they're a sure thing, and then suddenly they don't happen at all, and then I get really, you know, let down by them. But when I think about it, every time that happens, every time that you know, that hard thing hits you, for me it's always given me a new tiger stripe, and a new gem to be stronger and stronger. And I think it's been neat because I've kind of been thinking about all this stuff, and I've been realizing that every time something, you know, like that happens, you ultimately get stronger and stronger and stronger, and you just keep building up this wonderful, you know, spirit inside of yourself, and courage. There's a lot of times where I feel just afraid to even try something, because I've built it up so scary in my mind that it just sort of seems impossible to do. And then at some point you kind of like, you get to a point where I got to a point where I actually have to face it, otherwise I can't go forward. And so I'm kind of forced to kind of go through it, but every time I've gone through that and I've made it out alive, and better for it, and also it wasn't as scary as I thought. And it's really incredible how kind of that kind of works out. And there have been many times where I have just had to sort of just do something and get through it, and just driving through it, if you can drive through it every time, that will give you your stripes, but it will also keep that hope alive within yourself, and it will empower you every time. I kind of like to imagine hope a little bit as this little flame or this orb, and it's a living thing, and that, you know, it can change with the tides, and sometimes you know, it's very small, and then sometimes it blossoms and it's these huge flames and this wonderful light. And as long as you can kind of keep it there, you know, hang on to it, you know, I think you're golden. You know, there's been a lot of times where I've had to pretend and say, you know, everything's going to be okay, even if I didn't feel like it was going to be okay, you know, or didn't know what would happen. And but every time saying that, suddenly it would become real and things would be okay. And I think that was all inside of hope. And that's something that that's definitely, I find for myself, it's very sensitive, and it's hard sometimes to hold on to, but I think it's one of the best best way to light up your dreams and to light up your horizon. And so I hope you guys have hope in you, and you are taking care of it, and know that, you know, if you don't feel it right now, just know, hang on to it in your back pocket. It's going to find you, and then it's going to bring wonderful things to you and light up your dreams. And so I hope you go forward and just drive into that beautiful sky, and keep that hope in your eyes and all the love in your heart. I feel so high, but I'm looking at